reason that, you know, there's always an element of the opposite sex in one's life, you know? And obviously throughout this process, I had a girl. I mentioned it in another video in regards to the importance of having that for me as a young man, because not only, you know, like the experience was, she's a great person. We're all great people. But foundationally for the creator, you need a foundation, right? And who's your co-creator to help you do that? Because if you really out here changing the world, you can't do everything. So yeah, I was in a relationship with a girl from the age of like 24 to around 28, something like that, 28 and a half. And you know, during on my spiritual path, you know, and in the reflection of it, because it was crazy, like in the sense that you know, a 20-year-old relationship in a way. Um, shit, I'm trying to pick a song. You know what? I'm just making this a whole vibe. What's this song? Let's go back to when we had the playlist. We're gonna do. How was I feeling this summer? Summer vibe, right? Okay. Shuffle. All right, so let's see what's up. What comes on? Oh yeah. Whew. Okay. The views is definitely different. So um, it's important to understand that importance of having a good foundation. A good foundation starts with, you know, foundational legs. Like it starts with two, right? Two legs to stand. The ultimate foundation is a tripod, but you need a good woman by your side. So find one, okay? And I learned a lot in this experience. There's a lot of part. There's a lot. There's a whole element to the story because I have something I'm gonna share when the time is right that I think will be foundational for a young man in regards to a story about this, but this isn't the time nor place. I'm excited for that one because that shit hot. Anyways, this is an entry about what I felt like at that time I had learned from my relationship with my ex-girlfriend. And this was just days after I had realized, well, I had found out that she was cheating on me for a year and a half. So, you know, broke up immediately. I broke up with her immediately, you know, very emotional during that. And it was ego involved and stuff, you know. But when I talked to my journal, I expressed how I felt. This is how I felt. And it took a good amount to actually write this way, knowing that she had cheated on me for so long, because I could say there's equal amount of blame in every situation, and there's always two to make a tango. But this one was the reason that the story I alluded to before is going to be so crazy is because I really did what I thought I was supposed to do. I really did what young men are thinking that they're supposed to do in this life in regards to how to treat a woman, right? I did all of it, but like what I thought, and I gotten. It's not what you think, and I got something for that, you know. But I still am mature enough to look at the lesson. Always lessons, right? Experiences are lessons. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react and learn. So this is what I learned from my first 4 or 5 year relationship with my ex-girlfriend. All right. Realizations of a lesson learned. 12/30, 2019. I realized tonight the reason that my ex was in my life. I said it before, but I didn't understand through feeling. I would always say that my ex was put into my life to show me love when I used to say I still did not know what love felt like. It was just me being in tune with my inner self and being able to look at our relationship from the outside in. I knew that there had to be a lesson that was to be learned. And the realization I had was that it was love, which turned out to be absolutely true. Um, Context real quick. I'm writing to myself, realizing and knowing that for a long part of my relationship with her, although I had said I love you, we say these things, everyone says I love you to one another, but I didn't really know I didn't really love. I knew I didn't really love because what I really loved was my business. I was just so laser focused, and I knew that I would choose the building of my business over my relationship. And so I wasn't like in head over heels whereby I would have made a decision to, so I knew I didn't really love her, and she used to say it sometimes, but I used to say, yeah, I do, but it wasn't real because I wasn't emotional when things would happen or whatever. So I always felt that for majority of my relationship, maybe, yeah, the whole time actually. I never really loved it because in this story here, what I speak about in regards to the love I felt like I had realized, there was a large amount of jealousy involved there, a big part now that, the reflective period. And there was love. I loved her, but it's different, Love is, doesn't, love is real without having to have an emotional trigger to feel something. Love is there without the emotional trigger. So anyways, I just want to provide this context of like, damn, I've been fronting to my ex this whole time. And now I really know, like, I really know what I was talking about. Like, so hopefully that made sense. Okay. I knew that there had to be a lesson that was to be learned. And the realization I had was that it was love,